It's on?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, y'all. I got my vest on today. This is a very, very important video I'm about to make. Shout out to Ibrahim Traore. Shout out to the Sahel Alliance. I'm going to put that down. This is just, I got it on because of the principle of today. I'm in the house. I threw it on because of the principle of this video, right? Might go outside and patrol after this. You know what I'm saying? Power to the Panthers. Power to all Pan-Africanists. Power to all the people that's fighting for for unity amongst people that can go outside in the sun and get a tan. Let me just put it like that. But that's all kind of races of people. That go for Asians, Latinos, Middle Eastern people, black people, right? Because if you can go out into the sun and still tan, what does it let you know? You still have that common ancestor from a long, long time ago. White people can't go out into the sun and tan at all. They don't have a version of their group that has melanin. Every other people have a version of their group that has melanin. Every other people. Just so y'all get that. So don't get that, don't get that, my bad. Yeah, so every group on the planet has a version of their people that has melanin, right? And like more, and then they have a little less, but they're not pink and red in the sun. So they even have a little bit because melanin comes in 16 different shades. It starts with pigment in your hair, your eyes, and your skin. White people don't have any of their hair, eyes, or skin. That's why they have light color hair. It's not black. It's not brown eyes. Usually green, purple. Green, blue, and all this other shit. I don't know. And then their skin is see-through. It's basically you can see their veins, and the sun can go right through it because it has no melanin to absorb it and transduce it into another energy like the chlorophyll in plants. By the way, I took microbiology in college. I should matter of fact, hold on. Since we're on video, so it's not no motherfucking cap, right? So y'all understand, y'all talking to a very credible person. This is my queen's phone, by the way. She's recording on my phone. It's the new iPhone, the orange joint. So, I got to pull up my Facebook through her page real quick. Through her phone. This is my page, as you know. If you know, you know. That's Josh, right? That's me. Let me go to right there. See? Some class notes right there. I put it there just for niggas. You feel me? That's me and my family over 10 years ago. We've been on this. I've been pro-black for over 10 years. That's my notes. My notes. This was a lab. This is a lab. So that's a lab. As you know, everybody knows what labs are. If you took any kind of science class, you have to do a lab every day, right? Everybody should know that. And then that's just a picture of me in school, okay? I took microbiology, literally. As you see, microbiology. That's one of my businesses, Melanin Army. I made this years ago, way before Ibrahim was the president of Burkina Faso. Shout out to the guy, though. My bad, talking a little fast. Shout out to the guy. Shout out to Ibrahim Traore. I made that logo, Melanin Army, years ago, way before he was the president. I've been on this shit. And I'm in the belly of the beast by myself. Just so you understand, I'm by myself. And shout out to Ibrahim. I'm just saying, just give myself my credit. I'm just saying. Shout out to Ibrahim, though. That's my man. I love that dude. That's all I can say. You feel me? Anyways, so like I was saying, let me get back on track. This right here is a very important video, y'all. I'm about to play it right now. And I'm about to explain to y'all why this is a very important video. She's talking about Ibrahim Traore. She's talking about all these topics down here. That's Ibrahim Traore. He just built a stadium. He doing all this great stuff, right? Now let me explain to y'all what he's doing. He's basically, he done basically made it to where if all black people left America right now, we could already damn near been rich. He done made so much money for these people that they already okay. And they're making friends. As he said, they just pick new friends. Okay, let me explain something to you before this come on. Russia is the only group of white people that's never had slaves. They've never conquered. They never left Russia and went nowhere and tried to go and do, every other white people, the Portuguese, the Spanish, the Dutch, the Germans, British, the United States, every one of them, all of them. Every one of them that get burnt in the sun, when they go in the sun, they get red. White people, every literal one of them has had slaves and they went around enslaving people, killing people, raping people. They owe everybody reparations. The Russians are the only ones that never had one slave and never went to no black land and actually helped free black people. Only the Russians. And now Burkina Faso is working with the Russians because the Russia has more powerful weapons technically than the United States. Everybody know that. That's just, hey, it is what it is. Hey, don't shoot the messenger because I got a gun too, nigga. Fuck it, it's going to be a shootout. But anyways, all I'm saying is, hey, the fact that I got a report, I'm a journalist, right? I'm a scientist, as you see, by my degree, right? I'm a journalist, and and by career, my finance, how I make money is I do investing. Everybody know I do cryptocurrency. So I do a lot of shit. I do numbers for a living. I'm the first black person to figure out, the first person in the world, not first black person, the first person to figure out, because you can't find this information nowhere, that they don't have enough nukes to destroy even 1% of Africa. Because a nuke has a 10-mile blast radius, and they only have 3,000 of them. And 3,000 times 10 is 30,000. And 1% of Africa's landmass will be 111,000, because it's 11 million square miles. So they don't even have 30,000 square miles worth of damage. You get my point? You would need at least 100,000 to get 1% of Africa's landmass, because it's over 10 million. You get it? So that's not even 1%, because 100,000 times 100 will be what? 10 million, right? Do the math. So that means they don't even have 1% of what it takes to destroy Africa. I'm the first person to figure that out. Me, Mr. Unity. I did that. Straight up. Now, and the pen is mightier than the sword. Remember that. It's been a lot of wars going on for a lot of years, and motherfucker ain't gonna join. Wanna know why? Because they don't know they can win. My information to make you understand a lot. The pen is mightier than the sword. I defeated these motherfuckers, straight up. Before the real defeat. Mr. Unity, I'm the first person, straight up. This is a bulletproof vest, by the way. And this is my invention. If you see anybody with this invention, I'm about to get into a video right now. If you see anybody with this invention, y'all see this, right? Y'all see that? Okay? I can't point it on camera, but imagine boo, 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 boo. You feel me? And you see, this all bulletproof. You can't get me from the back. You can't get me from this way. You feel me? Okay. This is my invention. If you see anybody, and I'm going to put handles on this. I'm going to bolt handles to this. If you see anybody with that invention, they stole it from me. They stole it from me, Mr. Unity, and they stole it from the United States of Africa, because that's my movement. Basically, I want to make a school and a hospital. So I want to make the United States of Africa a school and hospital in Africa. And that's my movement. And basically what I'm saying is I'm the first person to figure this out. And I'm the first person to make this. So if you see anybody with that, they stole the idea from a Pan-Africanist. They stole it from me, Mr. Unity. The person that defeated these people. Like I said, the pen is mightier than the sword. Now let's finally get back on track. Okay. What she is about to explain to y'all is how, like I said, Russia has given Burkina Faso the weapons that they need to kick out all these white people. And they did. They took all their diamonds and gold back. Okay. It's only 55 million. If we get a stock market going, we could be way more rich than white. Like, put it like this. They got enough money over there right now to where if black people in America was smart enough, we could be basically getting money too, basically. We tripping. Like, they're about to be the richest people on the planet. Just like you got white folks, if you go to the rich part of your area, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of white people. Okay? You go anywhere in America, the rich part is going to be white folks. It is what it is. That's my point. That could be our type of living. Literally. That's what he's about to do in a very short amount of time. And who's the only person out here that's talking about helping put it, because can't nobody, like, put it like this. I am a stock market investor. So all the cocaine you need to put in these phones to make an iPhone and make this and this big TV and all these things to go back and forth, you need cocaine for that. That comes out of Africa. You need copper for that. That comes out of Africa. You need lithium for that. That comes out of Africa. You need gold for every central bank to loan money out. Because you don't have gold, you don't have a central bank. That comes from Africa. Diamonds come from Africa. Oil comes from Africa. All the stuff you need to run the world. Natural gas to heat up your stove and all that shit come from Africa. So everything you think you need come from Africa. All that money goes to white people, and they got stocks and bonds and all that, and they get money, and they don't damn near got to work. And you get what I'm trying to tell you? That could be your life. And that's what he's about to explain to you in this video, okay? Well, he ain't explaining that. I'm telling you that can happen. He's explaining unity and trying to get the United States of Africa. I'm saying that after that, we need to do what I'm saying, is to make a stock market so all the United States of Africa and the whole world can invest in Africa. And then now they got dividends and stocks. You get what I'm saying? Because they pay white people dividends. They give them a stock. As long as you keep the stock. Let me give you an example. If you have a stock, like, let's say this was a stock. This number right here. This represented the stock you own. This was the Coca-Cola stock. And it costed $200 per stock. Every month they'll give you $3 just for owning this motherfucker. Now imagine if you owned 1 million stocks worth of that. You get what I'm trying to tell you? That's what white people, that's how they get to eat every day. You just from dividends. Look it up. That's literally investing. You don't even got to sell your shit. You get that just from dividends. That's how we could be living, y'all. And I'm the person that, like I said, is trying to put all this together, and he's obviously fighting for it. You feel me? So this is a whole thing. So if you are against this, and if you're against what we're saying, then we understand what you own, and we against you too. So, and if you understand this and you with it, then that's good. Okay? Now pay attention. And we know a whole lot of people is working for these white folks and don't want this to happen. Okay? China works with them. Russia works with them. That's white, technically white people and Chinese people. And I already told you why Russia, because they're the only people that never had slaves and they never did nothing bad. You get it? So technically they need to be the leader of the white folks. We need to say, like, you know what I mean? They might as well go out there and Russia. And Putin, if for some reason I don't make it to the end, okay? You feel me? Thank you, brother. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So we're going to just go ahead and, play this, and I'm going to just explain now what's going on.
About the fact that Burkina Faso picks new friends. In 2026, Burkina Faso is not the country it was 5 years ago on the world stage. Together with Mali and Niger, Burkina Faso left ECOWAS, the West African regional bloc it had belonged to for decades. And they went ahead and formed their own group instead, the Alliance of the Sahel States, that is the IES. And look at what they did. They made it a sovereignty-focused alliance, built on security and trade between themselves without needing permission from anyone else in the region. And as we know, French troops who had been in the country for years are gone, and Traoré has been blunt about why. He points to Libya as an example, a country where outside powers pushed a democratic model that didn't work and left chaos behind. That's exactly what he's trying to avoid for his people. And instead of leaning on old Western powers, Burkina Faso has moved closer to Russia. There are reports of military cooperation, nuclear energy agreements, and an invitation to a summit with President Putin. His supporters call this proof that Burkina Faso has real friends who treat him as equal and not a former colony. So whether you think that's a smart move or a risky one thing is true. A small Sahel country most people couldn't find on the map 5 years ago is now part of a bigger conversation about who gets to have power in Africa and who Africa should be doing business with. Now, number 5, no more political parties. Here's where things get uncomfortable for some viewers. In January 2026, the government dissolved every single political party in the country by decree. All the laws that used to govern how parties operate, how they raise money, how they run for office, gone too. The money and property those parties owned now belong to the state. That's in the...
Okay, let me explain what's going on. He ended all political parties because, just like Putin, right? He did that because the only reason they have political parties in America is because, they control it already. He just took it over a couple years ago. So if he was to leave right now, they'll just take it right back over. So he said, nigga, ain't gonna be no political parties. I'm staying here forever. And guess what all the people said? They either said no, or they was like, yes, please stay. What do you think they said? What do you think they said? They said, yes, please stay. Please. Nobody said, none, all of them said stay. All of them. Because he's doing good work, right? So, basically, he's getting rid of all religion and all political parties. There is no religion. He's saying if you can't tan in the sun, then you are basically, you get what I'm trying to tell you? Okay, so that goes for Asians, Latinos, some Arabs and black people. We all have a common ancestor. We know the original people came out of Africa. That's a known fact. The first people a long time ago. This is a known fact. So apparently if you can still tan, you still got that ancestry somewhere. White people are the only people that can't tan. They go in the sun. They don't tan even a little bit. You get what I'm saying? They just get completely red. Okay? So my whole point is, and shout out to our albinos of our race, right? But that's not all of our people. That's like 1% of our people. Just like 1% of the Latinos might get a little, okay, that we get it. That's not all of them. Every time you see a white people go in the sun, that's skin cancer they're getting. They're just not dying from it. That don't mean all of them die from it. All of them get it every day though. But that don't mean they're dying from it. It's like 10,000 deaths a year, though. I mean, 10,000 deaths a month. And that's globally, 10,000 deaths a month. Over the year, they say it's like 100,000 deaths from sun deaths. Look it up. It's like 100,000 deaths every year from sun. You know, some years ago up to 500,000. Nigga, army, listen, there is no war that ever killed that many people. You get it? And they dying like that every year. That's why they so fluctuated with killing black people. You get what I'm trying? That's why they so trying to do that so much. So basically what I'm saying is he got rid of all political parties. The political parties, he got rid of all religions and said, nigga, ain't no more religion. The only religion is now if you got melanin. Are you Pan-Africanist? Meaning black people first. Melanin first. No matter which one, even if you're Chinese, because the Chinese help them get rid of the white folks. So it don't matter. In the Chinese, they contain everybody. All of the people on the planet still have that common ancestry. Even if it's just a little bit, you still have it, like I just explained. So that's the new thing. Ain't no more religions because that gives confusion and police shit. Oh, I did it for this. No, nigga, you didn't do it. Oh, Jesus. No, nigga, none of that. The sun didn't kill 10,000 white people in 1 month and said, are you a Christian? Are you a Muslim? Are you a this? No, nigga. It said, do you got melanin? Do you have that ancestry? Do you got that DNA? And who the only people that got it? The same people that can go outside in the sun and tan. All black people got an ancestor and somebody in their group that is darker. All Asians got people in their group that's darker. All Arabs got people in their group that's darker. All Latinos got people in their group that's darker. All the way down to the light skins. But do they got red and pink people that go out in the sun and burn? No. Want to know why? Because of the same reason he's kicking all that shit out. Because we realize that shit is stupid. Okay? That shit is not smart. What's smart is to unite over what you have common shit over. What are we common over? Not difference. That's what's right. Okay? There we go, y'all. So keep watching.
There. In March, Burkina Faso officially ended its transitional period and adopted something called the Revolution Charter. This charter gives Traoré the legal path to stay in power and even run in future elections, even though he originally came to power through a coup. And in April, in an interview that spread across the world, Traoré told Burkinabe people in his own words to forget about democracy. He said the Western style of voting and elections doesn't fit Burkina Faso's reality, which I kind of agree with.
How can they be like, exactly, like, you can't be like, oh, just because white folks, nigga, you know what I'm saying? White folks be like, oh, this is how we do it, so everybody got to, no, we don't got to do it like you. Only reason you saying that because you control everything. The next president come in ain't gonna be the real president, it's gonna be them secret society motherfuckers, the real white folks. That's the police officers, the judges, the politicians, the lawyers, the senators, y'all, that's the people that run the country, not no one president, motherfucker. All these white folks run the country. That's who run this motherfucker. Straight up. Just like you see Noel, the kid that died and got, you know, they killed him on the island just now, 4th of July. Okay? And the police have something to do with it, clearly. That's what I'm talking about, okay? And the families, that's what I'm talking about. That's who run this motherfucker. You feel me? Straight up. That's who run this motherfucker. So anyways, y'all pay attention to what's going on, okay? Keep paying attention. So he's saying, I'ma stay in this motherfucker. Because all my people want me and I'm doing nothing but good. I ain't doing nothing bad, I'm doing nothing but good. Literally all good. I'm talking about a 100%. In America, they don't do 10% good. He giving out free money, free housing, free gold, free land, kicked out all the white people, said you can't have none of this stuff no more, and I'm giving it all back to my people. And said the black Americans need to come get a check. So this is what I'm fighting for. So if you against this, if you against all melanated people all around the world, and you don't get why he got rid of all political parties and got rid of religion because a motherfucking come and say, oh, Jesus told me this. Allah told me this. No, the sun ain't killing white folks and looking at him. Are you from Jesus? Are you from Allah? No, he's looking at you. Are you melanated? Are you of the original people? Are you indigenous? You get it? And all people have a darker group. All black people, we go from light to dark. All Asians go from light to dark. All Arabs go from light to dark. Do all white people go from light to dark? Oh, no, they just red and pink in the sun. Okay? It's a difference. Okay? So we are family. So he's getting rid of all of that. We going back to the basics back in the day, okay? We gonna get rid of all of that bullshit. And if you disagree, then nigga, pull up. We with that shit. I don't give a fuck no more. Let's do this, nigga. I'm going out for the United States of Africa. If you're not with it, you against it, bitch. Straight up, nigga. Pull up.
To picture this happening where you live. Imagine waking up one morning and every political party you've ever heard of doesn't exist anymore. No opposition to vote for, no rally to attend, just one system built and run by one man. Supporters say this cuts out the noise and corruption of party politics and lets the government focus on results. Human rights groups say something very different. They call it the shutdown of political life in the country. Both of those things are true at the same time, and that's exactly the tension running through this whole video. That takes us to number 4, where we are going to be talking about land won back and lives lost. Now we get into the numbers that are harder to sit with. Since Traoré took power, the territory controlled by the Burkinabe has increased. Analysts estimate it went from around 60% of the country to close to 73.5%. That literally means more towns, more roads, more people living under government control instead of armed groups. And to get there wasn't easy. Traoré called up tens of thousands of volunteers, ordinary citizens armed and trained to defend their own towns known as the...
He trained the whole, everybody, gave them all money, gave them all land, they kicked out the white folks. And he said, black people, come get your check from America whenever you're ready. Okay? This is a United States of Africa thing. This shit is bigger than what y'all think, okay? Pay attention, y'all. All the gold and the diamonds is out there. Straight up. And you see, your captain is reporting for duty right here. You see what the fuck going on? Make sure y'all fall in line. Straight up.
He also survived several group attempts against his own government. At least 5 of them.
All right, and so, let's go back to the beginning so y'all can hear a little bit of something else.
Did Ibrahim Traoré really change Burkina Faso in 2026, or did he just change this country for the next 10 years? And some of these will impress you. One of them might scare you, but I'll advise you stick to the end, for number 1 is going to change exactly how you think about the whole country. We will be having a countdown of 7, and we will begin with the barracks president. Let's start small. This one isn't about money or war. It's about image. And image matters more than people would admit. As some of you might know already, Traoré doesn't earn a normal president's salary. He reportedly earns about $3,000 a year.
He gives he could be getting like $10 million. Guess what he giving it to? He gave every dime to his people. Every dime. And they're trying to tell you this man evil. And he told black Americans gonna get, you feel me? He on our side. And he ready to get this money when y'all ready to get this money. Y'all understand what's going on out here, y'all. Okay? That's why you need people like me to let y'all know what the fuck going on. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention.
Think about that. That's less than what some junior office workers earn in a year. He doesn't take
That's why all his people said he's staying. The white people called up and said, "Hey, he been in there for 4 years, y'all. Y'all know how we been doing it. Y'all gonna tell him to leave?" They said, "Click, bitch." They hung up on the white folks. Nigga, he ain't never leaving. They said, "Nigga, he ain't never leaving. I wish you would come over here." Click, bye. Okay, that's what happened. He ain't going nowhere. That's what they said. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Normal president's salary. He reportedly earns about $3,000 a year. Think about that. That's less than what some junior office workers earn in a year. He doesn't take vacations and lives in a military barracks. Not a palace. How many African presidents could even think of that? Now here's the part that made the members of the book.
And that's why he the motherfucking king. And I gotta sit in my damn house with my kids most of the year, because every time I go outside, it'd be people trying to assassinate me and take me up out of here. I had to get bulletproof shit. I can go outside every day now. But before I got this, you know how much all this money costs? I had to spend $5,000 to bulletproof my whole life. I'm about to get a bulletproof car. I can't even fucking live right out here because these white folks are literally trying to kill me as best they can, but now they can't. You see what I'm saying? This is the kind of shit we got to deal with. He don't even get no money. He said he don't even live in no presidential palace. He got to basically, you know what I'm trying to say? This shit is weird, bro. But now it's getting better. Now the world, you know, he good now. You damn near can't even touch him. But look at what the man got to go through, though. You see what I'm saying, my nigga?
A big government actually angry. He went ahead to cut the pay of ministers and members of parliament by about 30%. And at the same time, he raised civil servant salaries at about 50%.
So what he did, he cut all the salaries of the people in the government by 30%. And he raised the salaries of every working person, all of them, by 50%. Let me explain that math to you. That's like if the person in the government was getting paid $100,000 a year, and he said, I'm gonna cut that by 30%. Now you're only getting $70,000 a year. Okay? And that's like if the regular person was like, man, I'm only getting $10,000 a year. Or $20,000 a year, right? I'm only getting $20,000. I'm getting $20,000 a year. Guess what, my nigga? Now you getting 30. You see what I'm saying? He raised that by 50%. What's 50% of 20,000? 10,000, right? Okay. Add 10,000 to 20. So you see how much money yeah, okay. Check him out. Raised him by 50%. That's like if your job came to you today and said, oh yeah, you making $10. You making $10? You making 15 now. Oh, you making $20? You making 30 now. You feel me now, y'all? Okay. That's like if you making $50? You making 75 now. You see what I'm saying, y'all? Real nigga. And everybody know how much more money that is, okay?
Which somehow created balance and some level of compensation towards the civilians. Therefore creating a situation where the people at the top take a hit while the
Let me go back so y'all can hear that math again.
How many African presidents could even think of that? Now here's the part that made the members of the Burkinabe government actually angry. He went ahead to cut the pay of ministers and members of parliament by about 30%. And at the same time, he raised civil servant salaries at about 50%, which somehow created balance and some level of compensation towards the civilians. Therefore creating a situation where the people at the top take a hit while the people at the bottom doing the daily work get a boost. That's the message he's sending away. There's also something small but symbolic. Courts in Burkina Faso used to follow the British style tradition, judges wearing white wigs and black gowns. A leftover from colonial days. Traoré bans it and judges now wear traditional Burkinabe attire. Yeah, I know none of this builds, roads, or refines an ounce of gold. But it builds something else. It builds the story of a leader who lives like the people he leads. And in Africa, that story travels fast. It builds something else. It builds the story of a...
Okay, y'all, I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna add a couple clips to this after this so you can see some more stuff, so you can see how lit he is. But anyways, I had to just, break it down for y'all. What's going on? I love y'all. I hope y'all like the video. You feel me? This shit is cool, right? So this is what's going on in the world, man. This real life, y'all. Y'all should pay attention. This shit is crazy. If I feel like I gotta say something else later, I'll just add it to the video, and I might add another clip to this. But other than that, I love y'all. Peace.